Hello everyone, and welcome to this short presentation for your Year 9 options on psychology. So, GCSE psychology follows the AQA specification. And first of all, just to introduce you to the department, so we have Dr. Grossman, Miss Barnshaw and myself, Head of Department, Mrs. Morrell. So the content of the course for GCSE psychology covers 8 different topic areas, and these are divided into paper 1 topics and paper 2 topics. So in paper 1 we cover memory, perception, development and research methods, and in paper 2 we cover social influence, language, thought and communication, and the brain and neuropsychology and psychological problems. So first of all, as you're probably wondering, what is psychology? Well, it's defined as the scientific study of mind and behaviour. And from some of the images on this screen, that probably gives you a flavour of what the field of psychology is all about and how diverse it is. So we do have scientists working in the field. During our course, we look at how brain scans help us understand the brain. We look at babies and what they might be thinking, how the endocrine system affects our behaviour, and we even study the behaviour of bees in terms of their communication. So while we mostly study humans, psychology also is aiming to understand behaviour in non-human animals as well. So psychology is all about trying to understand human behaviour and trying to find out why certain things happen and how we can explain things happening. And I often think it's all about asking the right questions before you can try and find the right answers. So the first question on here, how do visual illusions trick our brains, is one of the topics we look at in perception, and you may already be looking at the picture on the screen. And that is a visual illusion, which you may or may not have seen before. And in fact, in that illusion, there is both a picture of a young woman and an older lady. And I wonder if you can see both of those pictures. So some other questions that psychologists try to address are why we forget things and what happens to us as we get older. How can we read people's body language? What about giving up bad habits? And why do people sometimes not want to help others in an emergency? And finally, when psychologists have done an experiment, how do we know we can trust the results that they have found? So a little bit more detail here about each of the 2 exam papers in GCSE psychology. So paper 1, which covers memory, perception, development and research methods. And in the boxes there, I've just briefly outlined some of the topics that are covered in each of those particular areas in paper 1. So do have a look at those a little bit later, perhaps when you review this presentation afterwards. In paper 2, we cover social influence, language, thought, communication, the brain and neuropsychology and psychological problems. And there are the topics that are covered in paper 2. So again, do have a look through those yourselves later. So the exam structure for GCSE psychology, there are 2 exams, and these are both taken at the end of the 2-year course. And as you can see from the information there on the screen, they both last 1 hour 45 minutes, and there are 100 marks available for each exam, with 25 marks per topic. And the sorts of exam questions you will get can include multiple choice questions, short answer questions, and extended answer questions, which are a bit like short essays. So finally, I hope this has given you just a brief introduction to the subjects and maybe helped you to start thinking about psychology and whether this would be a good choice for you to think about taking at GCSE. So do please get in touch. My details are on the screen there if you've got any questions at all. And thank you very much for taking the time to watch this.